Hare Krishna. Namaste. Chapter 5, entitled as Karma Sannyasa Yogam. Sloka 11. Kāyena manasā buddhyā kevalair indriyair api yoginaḥ karma kurvanti saṅgaṁ tyaktvātma-śuddhaye. This sloka says how such person does or practices that's been mentioned in the previous sloka. First, let's see the word by word meaning, and then we can get into the details. Yoginaḥ, the karma yogi, ātma-śuddhaye, for the self to cast off the sins and become pure. Saṅgaṁ tyaktva, renouncing attachment. Kevalair, purifying oneself or free from the feeling of mind. Kāyena manasā, the body and mind. Buddhyā, with intelligence, also determination. Indriyair api, also with other organs. Karma, their respective actions. Kurvanti, perform. The yogīs, abandoning attachment, act with body, mind, intelligence, and even with the senses only for the purpose of purification. That's the meaning of this sloka. That is, the great yogīs, karma yogis, perform actions just for purification of oneself, renouncing the sense of doership. That's number one. And number two is renouncing the fruits. Renouncing the doership is not thinking of oneself as the doer. It's the association with the senses that things are happening. And renouncing the results, meaning no desire regarding what's going to come up. Buddhi here means the resolve to do a particular act through intelligence. Kevalair, it means not having the idea of ownership. In other words, being pure. Saṅgaṁ tyaktvātma-śuddhaye, one does the karma not for any other purpose, like attaining heavenly planet or so forth, but does only for the sake of one's own purification. Now, the question might be, how can anyone do anything if one is not going to get anything out of it? Prayojanam anusiddhye na mandopi pravartate. There's a saying that even a fool will not do anything without wanting for a result. Well, it's true, but the result that one should be desiring is a purification of Atma, but not the material benefits. In that way, that statement is true. Everyone desires result, but the one who is in the path of karma yoga, they should not be desiring for the material benefit. They should be desiring for the purification of Atma. This Atma is like a valuable stone, ratna, or a diamond. It has fallen into the material world and covered due to the karma. For that karma to be removed, the Atma has to be purified. Once purification happens through body, mind, and the intelligence or determination that these senses are not mine, meaning the hand, it's doing its action, I'm not doing it. The mind is doing its action, I'm not doing it, and so forth. For one to get purified, one has to do their duty, their prescribed karma. It is an interesting point to note at this juncture, that by doing karma, by doing any action, one gets papa and punya. And also by doing karma, it is said one will be free from papa and punya. It is the same karma, that is, karma here means the action. It is the same karma that can either give papa and punya, or it may remove the papa and punya. So the question would be, is it my past karma that made me to do the action now that I am doing, or the action that I am getting involved now is going to give me the karmas? So it's like Bīcāṅkura-nyāyam. Bīcāṅkura-nyāyam means whether the seed came first or the tree came first. Which one came first? It appears that both are interconnected. One is depending on the another one. So to solve this issue, one has to do their action with detachment. When one does so, the papa and punya karma will get burnt. And when one does with attachment, one gets papa and punya. That's how it works. So yes, when a person does karma, one gets papa and punya. And answer is yes, when one person does karma, it burns the papa and punya. Both are true. But the point that makes it differ is in what consciousness. If I am doing an action which with detachment, then that burns the papa and punya. If I do action with attachment, that brings papa and punya. It's the same action, either gives further karma, or it's the same action which removes karma. It just depends on our action that's been performed in detached mode or an attached mode. Likewise, if one does a karma thinking I am the doer, one gets karma, papa and punya. If one does with the understanding that I am not the doer, then the karma will not affect him. Karma will be removed. Well, one might ask, wouldn't it be better than not to do any karma, any action at all? Answer is, if one doesn't do an action, then there's no way they can burn out the karma, because that's the only means. As for we are in this chapter, that's the only mean that karma can be burnt out by doing karma in the consciousness that I am not the doer and not expecting a result out of it. Well, then one might ask, okay, now I understand that I have to do karma, action. So can I do whatever I want? So will that burn out the karmas? Answer is no. One has to do that which is prescribed in the Shastra. While doing, they have to do in a detached mode and with the consciousness that he is not the doer. That is the jnana that burns the karma. We should also understand that in the previous sloka we saw the karma, the actions are done by senses. kāyena manasā buddhyā kevalair indriyair yoginaḥ karma kurvanti saṅgaṁ tyaktvātma-śuddhaye.
Namaste. Hare Krishna.